Welcome to Yoga for the Heart. This is the last yoga offering for this particular month, the month of February, where we've been celebrating Heartfest in the group called Your Heart Command Center on Facebook. And this is going to be a little bit of a longer session than the other three that I offered this month. It's going to be more about resting into the heart, about how to use relaxation and surrendering in the body to open the heart and to relax and rest into it so that you can open up more channels to activate and listen and respond to the heart. So let's start on the mat, lying down. So come to lying down mindfully. Watch how you actually put yourself down onto the mat. Once you have come down to lying down, double check. Always double checking. How have I placed myself here? Am I comfortable? Do I need anything to support myself? Something underneath my knees for my lower back? Do I want to have my knees, in fact, bent and have the knees falling in towards each other and the feet walked out to the sides of the mat? Check in with yourself. And then place one hand on the heart and one hand on the lower belly. This is a nurturing gesture that shows the heart, the whole being actually, that you're here for it. You are here for yourself. Begin to take deep inhales and slow exhales. Each time you inhale, you deepen the awareness. You deepen the awareness of being present right here, right now. And you make that intention that every time you inhale, more of you becomes present. When you exhale, relaxation settles in. Keep that going for a few more breaths as we align to the now. Use the practice of bringing yourself back to the breath every time you notice that your head mind has traveled off. You've followed a thought, you've gone into the future or the past. Bring it back, feel that hand on the heart and the hand on the lower belly. Concentrate on inhaling, feeling the body expand, awareness expand. Exhale, the body releases, relaxation settles in. Three more conscious breaths lying in this way. And then you're going to bring your knees up to your chest. Place your hands on your knees and push the knees away from you, open them up, and bring them in towards the armpits, back together. So it's a circular movement, getting into the hip joints. Coordinate your breath with the movement and let your arms do the work. The legs go for the ride. And then we're going to take it the opposite way. So then knees come out to the armpits, push them away and back together towards the chest. And now arrive with the knees at the chest. Bring the hands closer to the shins or to the back of the thighs and take some time to rock from side to side. When you rock from side to side, add a little twist so the head is turning the opposite direction than the knees. And pay attention to the spine. Notice and feel the spine twisting out excess energy, twisting out tension, providing more space for relaxation. Come back to the center and now rock without turning the head from side to side. Rocking to one side, rocking to the other. Notice the difference. You may get into the side hips a little bit more here. Keep your mind with the body. There's so much intelligence in the body and in the heart. And the mind has this seemingly it's more powerful. You know, I joke about that the mind thinks it's more powerful, but in fact, it's more just a habit of being there. Come back to center, to a still place. Roll the ankles. Get some movement down in the feet and in the toes. And then roll those ankles the other way. Feel the ankles. You might even hear some sounds where the air is releasing from the joints. And now bring the feet straight up above you. There may be a little bend in the knees, depending on how flexible and relaxed your hamstrings are. Imagine you're standing on the ceiling. So the toes come towards your head, and you're also going to put your hands up. Here, let's lift the shoulders up towards the sky. Spread out the fingers, and then drop them. The same thing here with the lower body. Lift up the hips slightly, lifting and pointing the toes, and drop them. And go opposite. So now arms up, shoulders up, hands alive and flexed, and drop. And then again, lower body, toes pointed, lift slightly up. The lower back lifts, the hips lift, and then drop it. One more time. Lengthen the arms up. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And relax. And point and lift. And relax. So relax with this, with the legs, the limbs up in the air. Close the eyes and adjust the body so that you feel the hips are heavy. The lower back is against the floor. The shoulders are released. We're going to bring some relaxation into this rather different shape we've put ourselves in. We don't often see ourselves here, I don't think. I want you to imagine the energy running from above, that sky expanse of energy, the star energy, the galaxy energy. I want you to feel it running down the fingers, the hands, the arms, and into the heart. Take some deep breaths, feeling that sensation. You may feel more energy in the heart, more heaviness, more openness in the heart region. And then the same goes here for the legs. Feel the energy enter in the bottoms of the feet. Imagine that there's this powerful liquid coming from the sky, the miraculous sky, pouring into the body, through the feet, through the legs, and coming down into the torso. And in fact, there is a liquid, there is the blood, right? It's coming down. When we put ourselves in this position, there will be more blood arriving into your torso. Take some deep breaths and deep exhales. And then we're going to bring in some more movement here. We're just going to shake out. I want you to start shaking as if you're like a bug on its back and it's looking to flip itself over. There's some movement and some bouncing around the heart. The shoulders go up and down. The hips go up and down. Keep it going for a few more breaths. And then in a moment, you're going to let it all flop down to the floor with some gentleness, but also with this feeling. Readjust. Let your body be like more of an open star now. Notice the sensations. Notice the space you're taking up. Bring your feet onto the floor with the knees bent and turn over to your right side. When you get over to your right side, use the bottom arm as a pillow underneath your head. The left hand can be placed anywhere comfortable. And take a few moments in this more fetal position to tune into the heart. And in fact, let's use the left hand and place it on the heart. You may rest the upper arm along your side and let that hand help bring more attention to the heart. The focus of the breath is with the hand on the heart. And imagine that feeling of being in the womb of your heart. Receiving deep, deep nourishment from the connection to Mother, the ultimate protector. And you can even exaggerate this, bringing the knees closer to the body, to the upper body. And you can come into more of a fetal position and let the spine curl. Coming a little closer to the heart and breathe here. One more breath. connecting, keeping yourself present. And then we're going to lengthen out. We're actually going to use the left hand, push into the floor, and bring yourselves up to all fours. So you're coming into a table position. And when you're in table position, before we actually align ourselves into the position, I want you to just get your body moving. I want you to kind of be playful and organic. So you're really getting a sense of how does your whole body feel today. Move from side to side, get into the front body, the hips, the spine. And you can even get the facial muscles involved here. I think that's actually a pretty powerful thing to do, is to stretch out the muscles in the face, squeeze them, open them, bringing more blood flow into these incredible features that play a massive role in our lives that I think may be taken for granted from time to time. So just a little bit more movement here, loosening up. And coming into your table position now. In table, we want to start with some great strength and some alignment. So you're going to put your shoulders over the wrists. Hands are wide, the fingers are wide. And there's more pressure in the index finger and the thumb. The elbows roll out slightly to the edges of the mat. And then here we've got the knees underneath the hips. I like to curl my toes under for a little bit more support. And then I press my neck towards the sky. Have those shoulders roll back and be wide through the chest. My abdomen is engaged. Be here with this strength. We're going to move into a downward dog. This downward dog is going to be a variation. So not a full downward dog, because we're going to really focus on the heart. So take one hand print forward, both hands. Again, curl those shoulders back. And you're going to push up with both feet so that your chest comes towards the thighs. So the knees are quite bent and they're a little bit closer. Your hands and feet are a little bit closer than in a full dog pose. And the heart is being opened by pushing through the hands and leaning in towards the thighs. Now remember that we have many sides, right? We have the front and the back and the sides, the left and the right. Feel the expansion of the heart center through all of that. Open wide and wider. Deep full breaths and let that head release. The more it's released, I like to nod and just kind of move it around. The more it's released, the more the heart can also be released. Always come down if you've been up too long. Come down to your knees. You can come into child's pose. We're going to meet there. If you're okay to stay, do 3 more breaths. And after that 3rd breath, bring the knees down and come back into a child's pose. Come back into a full pose. So that's either with the hands back behind you next to your feet, or you may want to stack the fists and rest your forehead on the fists or on the hands. But your hands are closer and your arms are closer to the body so that you can tuck in again. Tuck into the heart. We're going to relax in. As you're relaxing in, listen to the body. Make adjustments. The shoulders are going to come down towards the earth. So the back of the heart is now what's shining towards the sky. There is this opening to receive from the back heart. Move down the back, down the spine, and let the hips rest down towards the earth. Curl that tailbone down so slightly so the lower back extends. I'm going to be quiet now for a few breaths. Anchor your head to the heart and breathe deeply. Taking 3 more breaths here in the child's pose, connecting to your magic, connecting to the beat of your beautiful heart command center. After that 3rd breath, bring the hands next to the knees and push up. Go very slowly. Feel the spine rolling up 1 vertebra at a time. And then align the head over the shoulders, ears over the shoulders. Tuck that tailbone in a little bit. Rest the hands on the thighs and pause. Remember, if kneeling does not work, you find a position that's great for you and have a tall spine. Let's bring the legs straight out in front. We're going to do 1 more surrendering pose before we complete our practice today. So here we are with strong legs. These strong legs are going to be the foundation to the forward bend so that the upper body can fully release. I want you to imagine that your heart, when you fold forward, is opening and expressing itself because it can, because it's released enough that it can open up. We're going to do 3 forward folds. The first one is ease into. So let's actually bring the toes towards the face, activate the legs, and we're going to place the hands on the thighs and just do a little bit of movement here, but opening the heart to the sky. Look up, and then just do a little curl forward. And the back kind of curves backwards. Do a couple of those just to get a little movement here before we actually get into the forward fold. Okay, back to a tall spine. Activated legs, arms up, and fold, hinge at the hips. Long back, tailbone is curled towards the floor. You're reaching, and then after you've reached, so I'm reaching, a little bit past my feet. Whatever your reach is, pause, and back off about 1 inch. And then let the chin come towards the chest. The shoulders roll forward. The face muscles become heavy and they hang down towards the knees. And there's this sense of surrendering into the heart, letting the heart open and drop forward. Deep inhales and long exhales. Inhale halfway up. Just looking at your feet, your toes. Exhale back down. And then you're going to slowly roll up. You can walk the hands up to the thighs and come to a tall seated position. Rest here. Breathing, noticing. Inhale straight up, opening to the sky energy, and fold down, folding towards the earth. Open this time, open. Feel the openness through the heart all around, those sides, the back and the front, and relax. This time say, use a mantra, I am relaxed. Repeat that a few times as you hold and breathe. And then inhale halfway up. Exhale down. Lengthen the arms and lift this time. Lift, stretching up. Open the arms to the sides. Bring the hands to heart center. Pause. Notice. Let's do a little movement before we go into our last forward fold. Bring the hands behind you. Feet are on the floor, knees bent. Twist out from side to side. And reposition. Inhale up. Fold forward. This time again, fold forward in your deepness. Reaching, reaching, reaching. And in fact, I'm going to actually ask that you even walk the hands a little bit more forward, wherever they are on the floor, or your shins, or even on your thighs. It never matters where you are. Please do not compare yourself to me or to anyone else. And find this reaching forward bend. Breathe here, feeling the deep stretch. And then back off. Surrender into a less intensity where more openness can be found with ease. The elbows are bent, the face is relaxed, and there's this sense of letting go. Hands on the shins or somewhere on the legs. Inhale halfway up. Exhale back down. We're going to do this 3 times. Inhale halfway up. Exhale down. One more time. And down. Roll up. Head comes up last. And pause. Bring yourself back to lying down. Just like we started. When you bring yourself to lying down, do it mindfully, noticing your neck, your back, and arrive with one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. This time, when we first settle, I want you to inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Add a little sound. Keep your attention with the touch of your body, with that connection of the hand. In fact, bring both hands to the heart. Let the elbows come out to the sides. And keep the breath flowing, noticing how on the inhale you expand around the heart. When you exhale, there's a letting go. And what did you receive today? Ask your heart, heart, what did I receive from this practice? Receive what you hear, what the heart says, receive it. There is a deep relationship between asking and receiving. Slowly bring the knees back up to the chest, curl in. Give yourself a rock from side to side a couple of times. And then roll over to your right side again. Come back into that fetal position. Remember that what you received from the heart, what did it say to you? And then we'll rise up, pushing up carefully and coming into a place where you can have a tall spine. Bring the hands to the heart center. Bow down. Look down towards the fingertips. Close the eyes. There is that light within. That light of the being, the light of the heart, the light of the soul. Connect with it and connect with all those in this practice with me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for honoring your heart. Namaste. Have a beautiful rest of your day.